No, but seriously, how great is it to work with me? No? I mean, think about it.
I don't know. I can make a lot of phone calls.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. No, I mean, so how is it working with me?
Well, I think it's funny, and I know people laugh, but we have the same zodiac sign, and we're 2 days apart on
Here
our
we go.
birthdays. I know, but to me, that doesn't make
Here
a
we
difference.
go.
So I think we think the same as far as, business and life too.
Right.
So that makes it easier. So it's kind of like you're the Aquarius male form, I'm the Aquarius female. So it's kind of we just gel.
And since our birthdays are 2 days apart, let's talk about how I never get to choose what cake.
Cake, you do.
No,
You love coconut cake, I thought. You've grown
I've
to
grown
love
to
it.
love it.
You've grown to love it.
I'll tell you that I've learned a lot from you. I've always considered you a very smart businesswoman, and I have learned a lot from you. I think we do feed well off of each other.
Yeah, I think so. Balance is a good balance.
It's a great balance. The funny thing is, if you really sit and think about it, in all the years, I mean, we're going 26 years working together. How many disagreements have we had? We've always have had, same business mind.
Right.
With patients being the first.
Priority.
Our priority over money. It's always been patient, patient first,
Absolutely.
and then business comes. But I think, we do balance each other very well in it, let's not talk about how many hours you put in compared to how many I put in, but you have been there a lot longer.
Right.
You've been there long, a little bit older, so you've been there longer. But yeah, I think it's a great balance. I will tell you this, one of the, I think, special things on how we balance each other out is, I'm a little bit more serious, at the office. You do bring that happiness, that sunshine. I will, confess something to you that I do throw your name out there sometimes. I will tell the managers and stuff, hey, Patty's coming, she's not in a good mood. And then you coming through the back door and you're laughing, hey, good morning. And you're telling, and I'm like, God, man, she has to follow, but I will tell you, I
used to do that.
I do that.
Well, I don't know. I haven't heard that in a while.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I do throw your name out there sometimes, to some of the doctors, when there's a different, we have different ideas, myself and one of the doctors, and I'm like, hey, we can just get Patty involved. And the moment I say Patty, oh no, yeah, go ahead. I think that's a great idea. But I think working together, I think we both have learned a lot from each other. I think it originally, started with your dad, because I think the way super smart businessman, you don't see that a lot from doctors nowadays. Because we've seen doctors open practices and we've seen them close practices, but your dad opened this with you in 1992, 34 years ago, still going on, family owned and operated. And I think that base of what he taught us, about patients first, about staff. And I remember your dad always talking about this. It doesn't matter, okay, if you worked at the front desk, if you were the janitor, if whatever it was, everyone needed to be treated the same. And I remember him mentioning to us how important our front desk was. And he's like, they're as important as the doctor. And I think you and I still do that.
Yeah.
I think we still have that. If you think about it, the way we train our staff is to treat them like family, treat our patients like family, treat them like if it was your parents, if it was your grandparents. They come in sometimes and, there are so many new things with healthcare and their insurance, and they're not sure why, and who really wants to come to a doctor's office.
And they don't feel good. So
they don't feel good.
That was the other thing, when patients just don't feel well, they're not going to be like all happy. Sometimes they're a little cranky. But the front desk knows that and knows how to deal with that too.
I do have to admit one thing. How many of our patients come in and they come in happy? They come in there happy because they want to be there.
Yeah, they do.
I think our activities, what we supply to them for free. We've done this for free for them. The field trips, the movie days, the exercise classes, the educational talks. I mean, that's a great thing. I do want to mention something. We hired a new provider in Highlands, and that provider has been with us less than a month, and she's already scheduled because she wanted to give a talk. She thought it was one of the greatest things. She goes, I can talk to them. I can give like a talk about health, about anything I want to talk about, like anything you want to talk about. So she's already scheduled for next
Oh,
month
that's
to give a
good.
little talk. So I think our patients do come in and they do enjoy that.
Right.
So I think who really wants to come into a doctor's office? Who wants to spend, like, they're in there not long
Not long.
because, the way we
Yeah.
schedule our appointments,
Right.
patients aren't in there. We hate for them to wait.
Yeah. I like
But
that.
the funny thing is when they come in once every 3 months to see us, but they're coming in every day to all these free,
Mhm.
things that we
Activities, right.
offer for them. So I think that's great.
They love it. They
Yeah.
do. And like you said, they don't, who does want to come in, but they do. And then you see them. Remember that one time that patient that would come in all the time and you saw the sun, I don't know, at Home Depot is something like, oh my gosh, is something wrong?
Yeah.
I know you can't tell me because of HIPAA, but is something wrong?
Is there something wrong with my mom? And I'm like, no, your mom's super healthy. And they're like, well, why is she at the doctor's every day?
Every day.
I'm like, well, she comes in and does Zumba on Mondays and does, yoga on this day, does painting classes. So,
Right.
he was really,
He was so worried.
Yeah.
So worried.
yeah. And what's, you mentioned that. And what's funny is, quick little story. There's Humana employees that their parents actually are patients of
Yeah.
ours. And I remember I saw her not too long ago and she was like, Tony, I came with them today because I needed to see this. I needed to see it with my own eyes.
Right.
I needed to see how my parents just did an activity class and they scheduled their doctor's appointment around it. So they did the activity in the morning and then they just came over, popped in, saw the doctor, and we were in and out. And I just needed to see like that happiness, especially to hear my parents in the car on the way home talking about their doctor's office. That was just, I thought it was pretty special. All right. So if you want to know more about Revello Medical and visit any of our 5 locations, visit us on revellomedical.com. We're also on social media. We're on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.